Hey guys, so this is day 6 of Halloween Vlogtober, but I missed a day, so I'm just going to post 2 videos in one day. Here we go. This is turning into a crank part 2, and you are going to have a giant wound on your chest. Taking a Q-tip and dark brown / black body paint, I'm going to be putting that all over my eyes, making them much darker. Taking purple and brown body paint, I'm going to be making more veins, and just the same technique I used for last time, the Q-tip and the watering it down and such. In the books, I picture them being very, very veiny and disgusting, so add as many veins as you want. Also, because we're a little more dead than the last tutorial, I'm going to be taking white body paint and using the powdered form of that and putting it on the highlights of my face to make it look more sunken and skull-like. For the lips, I'm taking black eyeshadow, putting it in the center of my lips, and then smearing my lips in blood because I felt that was appropriate. And I felt like we needed to be a little more glamorous, so I decided that further crank MoreThanARose needed to have some fleek eyeliner. And I'm literally just smearing this all over my eyes, because if you're a crank, you're probably gonna cry, and it's probably gonna fudge up your makeup and stuff, like after you go out after a night of partying and just cry. Speaking of crying, I'm taking a clear lip gloss and putting that literally all over my eye to make it look sort of like you are crying, basically. These are sad times in the Scourge. Moving on to our chest wound, I'm laying down a layer of liquid latex and then doing the toilet paper and more latex technique and just layering that up, keeping one side more open than the other. I'm also using a Q-tip to apply the latex. Do the same on the other side, but first paint the inside black or else it might be a little more difficult to reach the innards of your wound. Doesn't that sound lovely? Before painting this wound with our foundation, I'm putting a brown body paint all over it to make it look like it's bruising and rotten and such. Normally I'm a fan of the dead sort of looking flesh wound, but since this is a newer flesh wound, I'm going to be going with a much darker, more warm colored foundation rather than my own Irish foundation. This will give it a warmer, more irritated, newer, fresher base color, I suppose. Now to blend this into our pasty Irish skin, I'm taking the powdered version of Mayron's white body paint and I'm putting it all over the wound. Repaint the inside if necessary. And then I'm taking a brown eyeshadow and wiggling my brush down to look like it's bleeding, but like, oh my god. I just can never make sense. I'm putting down a brown base for the blood to make it look like darker blood, I suppose. To add a little bit of irritation, I'm taking red body paint and just fluffing that around the wound a little bit. I then decided to add some veins back in. And then put a crap ton of blood in it. And then you're done! Stay tuned for the next video because MoreThanARose is going to become a crank beyond the gone. If you read the books, you know what that means. It basically means things are about to get 10 times more disgusting.